What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Look at you.
I'm wrapping presents. You know?
Oh, nice.
I gotta hit you with the wrapping paper.
Nice. Wrapping presents,
Nice.
eh? Early.
There you go. If you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post. It's going to be a good time. We got some big videos coming up. Some big things happening on the channel. We've been talking about them the last couple of days. You will see it when we go through the news here. So definitely make sure to have the bell notification on so you know when those things go live. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get one of these stars next to your name. We're going to start color coding you guys on the VIP list. It's going to be pretty cool. So make sure that you guys stay on board for that. We're bringing utility like crazy. We'll advertise for you. We'll post all our buys and sells, naming a star in the universe after you. All kinds of fun stuff. So Excel spreadsheets to help you on drops. It's going to be crazy. I mean, especially once we get back in that bull run, you're going to be wanting these tools. Might as well get used to using them, right? Also, thank you guys. This is the list of all of the VIP. You guys continuously support us. Hopefully, some of you are moving up and down the list. I mean, people, it's all one page, so it doesn't really matter. But shout out to all you guys. I know there's been a lot of juju within this community, in this crowd. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. On Veve, you got Superstar Money Joe, Superstar Money Rob. We got the skeletons punching each other. Is mine 9 million. And then you got Rob has 54 lightsaber Luke Skywalker. And in the description, best Discord of all time. If you want to ask us some questions for our AMA coming up in the Discord or on the tweet that I'm going to show you in just a minute, it's pinned to our profile. And we also have a PO box if you want to become a Superstar Hall of Famer.
Yeah, we really need you guys to help us, right? Like the last AMA was so successful and is known as the best AMA of all time because the community was so active in giving us questions. We would take the questions. We already have a pretty good idea of what's a good question or not. We filter them. So we need your help. So comment below. Comment on Twitter, comment on our Discord as well. We have a section that says AMA questions. Give us your feedback. Let us know some questions you want to hear. And then on Tuesday, we'll ask Sir Puddin, and Reese.
There you go. He's knighted all of a sudden. Guys, here is the Veve profile. We had a drop today, the Nova drop. Rob, did you go for a first appearance at Cosmo?
No, definitely did not. Did you?
Nova, I did not go for it either.
No.
I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it. I don't really care for this comic. I don't care about how it looks.
It's a C rank. It's a C rank.
I wouldn't even know who Cosmo was if you told me before this. So
yeah, and it's a C rank. I know that there's people who want to collect comics and like maybe they don't have infinite funds, but they could be collecting C comics still.
Yeah.
These usually run for what, $2 in the market? I'm
sure, probably. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it. It wasn't on my list of things.
I think when the comics dip under $1, I'll start buying them.
Start scooping them up when you get them in your range.
Under
we got a new comic coming soon. Tarzan number 209 drops on Saturday, December 10th. So there's more to this. Guys, check out this. This is the uncommon here.
That is.
Check that. That looks pretty familiar, eh, Rob? Number 209. There's your uncommon.
It's a white background.
And there's your rare or your secret rare. So are you kind of taking away from the secret rare?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Putting the exact picture on the uncommon. Oops.
You most definitely are. You can't do that. You can't be using a secret rare. I mean, we never even came up with that video idea. We did talk about reruns of mints, but we never thought of just running another comic of the same brand and just taking the secret rare and slapping the photo on the uncommon.
I feel like it's an accident. I feel like it's done by accident. I think that it's supposed to be this cover, but just black and white, and they messed up. Like they didn't change it or something. I mean, I don't know.
I think it was I think they did it on purpose, but by accident. Like it was an error. They didn't know. Like the guys doing this one didn't realize that it was already used for the secret rare. So they probably just made it. And now they're like, oh.
Isn't the secret rare from inside the comic usually?
But maybe
like so from the wrong comic.
Perhaps I don't know. I just maybe our comic book consultants know.
But anyway, if we move ahead here, you will see. Due to a technical error, Tarzan 209 will be delayed until further notice. What does that mean? What does that mean? If we're going to be paying attention to that uncommon, seeing if that changes whenever they do come out with the 209. So there's no drop on Saturday for this, but it says that they're going to announce and adjust the drop schedule as soon as they can. So they're figuring it out.
They got to change it. They got to scrap it and change it.
The other tweet that they put out today was batteries now included. So, I mean, that's what the big news about that bat signal. And it's gone up in price, and then I think it came back down a little bit, but this was trading like at $23, $24.
Hey, our price predictions remain pretty consistent even to this day. Wow, $18.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's
We
above
thought
the
by now
box.
it'd probably be 15, but you said it pumped, so maybe it did hit 15 at one point.
No, it was in like the 15s all morning, and then they got that tweet, and then it went up to like 23. But yeah, now it seems like it's come back down, and I'm sure. I think it's because of what people. When you click it, it's literally there's still no light. It just changes color from gray to yellow now, right?
I really believe that this will be a relevant collectible in the Veveverse. It's pure speculation. Yeah. But they did say, they made another tweet saying you got to leave something for the Veveverse. They did say that.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Right. So I think there's a lot more to come with this. I think it's going to be a very important collectible in the future, which is why I went for the drop.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So I think if you don't own one of these and it's for 18 gems. You know, if you're someone who's involved in VV every day, it's not like you're buying a Todd, right? It's 18 gems. I think it's worth having one of these. I don't know how quickly they're going to get dried up. I don't know if it'll come back down to 15. It probably will. Yeah. But once it hits back to 15, 12 bucks, something in that range is worth buying because
it's all speculation still, guys. So
yeah,
keep that in mind, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much Vivi's Twitter. We got our own Twitter, and yesterday we got a big sponsorship. I don't know if you saw this yet, Rob, but I closed the deal with the papaya. So now we're sponsored by Papaya Superstar. They put a little extra R on there. I mean, sometimes quality control is not always perfect, but it is what it is. So if you guys would like to help out the channel, go buy some papayas today, and we'll get a little bit of kickback. Nice. VV Tracker is back up and running. I know a lot of people have been asking. It was down for a little bit, but shout out to Kelly. She's working on it, bringing it back for all of us. So make sure you guys go and support that as much as you can as well. It's great insights, always telling you how many people are buying, how many people are selling, active wallets, a lot of great information. If you want to know the status of the market, the sentiment of the market, shout out VV Fox.
Yeah, shout out VV Fox.
This was cool. I thought this was cool. Comics and Crypto retweeted this from Golden, and it's the first ever ticket for Disneyland. You see that? It's just like a little
that's insane
ticket, and it's number 000001, and it was $1. Yeah. It was $1 to get into Disneyland, and it looks like they had to hole punch it when you used it. So that's pretty cool.
That is insane. Oh my God. 000. So whoever got that, they knew that one day this was going to be insane.
I feel like any condition that this ticket was in, it would still be ridiculously valuable. As long as you could read the number that it was number 1.
I feel like the company would just kept that one for themselves and held it in their collection, right?
They might have it. I don't know.
Like, wouldn't that have come? Wouldn't Disney themselves have printed that ticket and just kept it? They kept the first.
It looks like it was used. It's been punched. It might have been Walt's ticket. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
For day one. So this is a shout out to Ed. Ed does fantastic edits, and you can see he's used Doc Ock and the bat signal, and he plugged it into the Tesseract, and bada boom, bada bing. Now it turns on. So Ed, thank you, Ed. He fixed it.
Great job. He did a good job. I gotta give him that. That Tesseract idea was very clever.
Started putting up the lights on the Christmas tree today. We talked about wrapping. We had to do the Superstar money colors on the tree for the lights. So that's what we did. The baby is obsessed with the lights on the tree, and they move and stuff. So it's pretty cool, especially to the music. And here is the tweet that we'll probably keep pinned here. We normally pin our videos, but I think we're going to keep this pinned until we actually have the AMA. So if you want to leave some questions, right now only 13 responses, a lot of likes and a lot of retweets. But if you have any questions, go reply to this tweet. That's going to be one place we look. Rob said in the Discord under AMA questions. That's another place that we're going to look. If it's in the DMs, we'll try to remember, but it's going to be tough. So like those two places are going to be places that we go accumulate questions after we put together our own list, right? So
we're working on it. Check the likes. Check look who liked it, because we got a lot of likes, but not a lot of people who commented it below. So if you check the likes there, you'll see the man himself. He's ready. Go. He's ready. He'll be watching. So let's get the questions, because David Yu's going to hear you. He's going to hear your questions. It's not going to be, and hopefully we get good answers, but if we don't, the seed will be planted in David Yu's head. And in the future, maybe they can make some corrective actions if we don't get a good answer, they don't know the answer, or maybe not. But he'll be watching, I'm sure.
You guys know we're not scared to ask the questions. If you got a question, we'll ask it. And I'm sure, and we know Reese doesn't usually shy away from the questions. We've asked him a bunch of hard ones last time. People called us good cop, bad cop. They said we were grilling him. Some people thought that he was sweating, but I thought that he was pretty calm and composed. And now he's got backup. He's got Put in Cheeks in his corner,
Yeah.
ready to go. Tag team match.
He did a lot of talking, and he was in a hot room doing a lot of talking. Like obviously he was going to sweat, but I thought we weren't grilling him at all. I thought we just asked the questions. You know, we knew that his time is valuable, so we don't spend a lot of time giving our opinion. Right? We're just there. We ask the questions, we get the answer. We got to move on because
no follow up.
Because the goal is to get the quantity of questions. We can't really follow up unless it's a really important one. Like, you know, maybe people want us to ask how much Discord's mods have made. How much money have the Discord mods been given? How many partners have you given for free? I think people might want to hear these questions, but then those ones maybe we push a little bit harder, but the rest we got to just ask and move on.
Exactly. So guys, again, very important that we do that over there. All right. I think that's it, Rob. Why don't we get into the main topic, the title of the video. We just did a video 2 days ago talking about why FA are probably going to be the ones to test the length of time. FA will come out, rise, the cream of the crop, right? We are putting a video out today saying that might be true until this happens. Rob, what is this? And what do we think could happen to the FAs?
Realistically, why are we so attracted to Veve, right? A lot of people say it's the IP, which is fine. Okay, the IP is what currently brings them to Veve right now. But if we try to be forward thinkers and think about what could happen in the future, what are the risks, what can change, and one thing that will, and we've said this a million times, is going to be news to no one, is that utility is going to come eventually in some form, and it could be Veveverse utility, and this Veveverse utility might be so attractive to users that they might be willing to sell their FAs. They might be willing to sell their grails even, because now it's like, do I want an FA, which according to Veve, you should probably assume that's the best they got right now, right? Do I keep my FA or do I sell it so I can get gems, so I can get this really, really good utility? So maybe I can get access to that utility. And when I say good utility, I'm thinking of things like you can make money. Like you sell these FAs to get to accumulate gems to then buy land in the Veveverse and you can rent that land, or to get access to a part of the Veveverse that, you know, you now have access to concerts. It could be literally anything that is more attractive than simply holding an FA that does nothing for you. Because at this point in time, we asked Reese in the greatest AMA of all time that we ran, which was, what do you think about the Mighties? What do you think about all this stuff? And they said, what we've given you right now is the best it is. And there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you will get better.
You got to think about it like this. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say, there's no guarantee you'll be better. So at that point, you know, you're starting to see Mighties are not gamified. You start seeing all these really cool things happening. All your FA Mighties are gone. And that's the one thing you might actually keep. What about all the FAs that don't even have any speculation at all associated with them? Those will be even easier to sell off to go to the thing. Go ahead, Joe.
And Rob, why give utility to things that already exist on the app when you can come out with a drop and use it as marketing for that drop? Like, why go back in time and give utility to pre-existing items? I think we got to assume that whatever we have is the best it's going to be. It might never change. There might be some Veveverse lands that you need to own certain amounts of things to get into, but I feel like that is their main draw to bring people into new drops and to get that type of access. Why say, okay, this Unicorno now we'll let you into Unicorno land? Why not come out with a specific set and say, this set here, if you own the whole thing, you get into Unicorno land? Like, I'm sure that there will be some of that where they go back in time, but I don't think it'll be a lot. I think they're going to use it for the new stuff. I think that new things are going to have way more utility. I also think, like, they talked about some of the drivable cars. Like, are you going to, in the future, if you're able to rent out a DeLorean in the Veveverse and Todd's a statue, like, are people really going to want Todd over something they can make money, like you said, passive income off of, or something that they can get around on? Maybe you need something to get around, like maybe a skateboard, maybe a hoverboard, maybe that type of thing will have more value than a statue. So the FAs, I think they're great. I think that if people are looking at statues that do nothing, FAs will trump. That will be the thing that people go to, and that's basically the summary of the last video we did. But overall, in the NFT space, we see with backhows, a lot of noise being made by backhows because of airdrop utility, and that's not even like the greatest utility. I mean, people are making money off of it, and that's why people love it, because they're profiting. But I mean, the utility that me and Rob are talking about is like other things that you can do in the VV-verse, like actual, like actionable things. I'm also thinking like real world utility, where once this becomes worldwide and world known and NFTs are ingrained in people's minds, people are going to have no choice but to start to make utility for businesses, for entertainment, concerts, like Rob was saying. Anything else you got, Rob?
Well, actually, you just touched on that point. I was waiting for you to finish your thought because I wanted to bring up the VV logo. We talked about this before the stream, how the VV logo doesn't even have utility. It doesn't even have utility. It's just been a promise of utility, and it's pumped. It's pumped the value of this to the point where I believe personally that someone who doesn't want to put in more money, there's probably many people who would be buying this in the secondary market, selling grails to get access to this VV logo.
Well, it has the utility at the cons, right? Like at the cons, you get whatever, the t-shirt, the extra little drop. It's kind of like Palm, where you get those extra little things given to you, but it's not the utility that me and you are talking about.
But there's a promise of utility that could go beyond that. For all we know, we attended parties, right? We attended parties at VV.
Yeah.
I feel like people would definitely pay a premium to get access to an exclusive party where you can only get in with a certain NFT. Mm-hmm. And I believe that people, and we're not reinventing the wheel here. This is all things that are happening right now in the NFT space. Literally on Oddkey, McFarlane, they had this where if you owned, I can't remember the name of it. It was the Spawn, right?
Spawnoki.
It was Spawnoki.
Yeah.
If you own one of those, you got exclusive access to an event. And I think that could happen not just in the VV-verse, but in the physical world as well at the same time. So you got the VV-verse version, you got the physical world version. All of a sudden now your calculations in your mind change. So you can't live in absolutes. You can't believe that you're only going to have this and you'll never sell something because you never know, something might beat it. They always talk about rewarding collectors. In my opinion, after being with VV now for almost an entire year, or actually it has been a year now. It has been over a year. I think my birthday was November 14th or something like that.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, I forgot. We're supposed to post it. We forgot. But anyways, after being with VV for as long as we've been, I don't really see collectors being rewarded that much at all, actually. Like very minor. Like any airdrop, you've had time to act and become someone who can get that set to flip. So like it's constantly a flipper's reward. It's very rarely a collector's reward. Will the VV-verse finally change that? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I think also you gotta think, like we touched on a little bit earlier, this extra added utility that we all expect to come from these collectibles. When these IP hear about it, they might be like, you know what, that 8.5%, it's not cutting it for me. I need a little bit more piece of the pie. And the only way to do that, come out with some new sets with that higher value. You see it with the Batmans, right? They came out with a 2.5 at the beginning, and then once they saw that Marvel's getting the 8.5, now all new future drops have 8.5, but those originals still have 2.5. So what if they need 10? What if they're like, you know what, we'll give you the utility, but we need 10%. That extra 2.5 will go towards our rewards or whatever perks there is. That means that maybe the old stuff will not. So you got to be very careful at if you think that utility will be coming to the previous generation of things. But when it comes to firsts and all that stuff, like statues, and assuming that that's all they stay, statues, and you're just going to go up based off of value of that, just like any physical collectible that does nothing in the real world. That's I think the limitation of value for those items. But I do think that real world utility, if it's perpetual discounts, access into certain places, theme parks, we don't know what that utility looks like yet, but we do expect future utility to come. I think you got to look at it for new products, and I just don't see the incentive for any of these companies to give more utility than what they have right now on previous items, when they could just come out with something new. They could come out with another partner statue and it could have sparkles, and when that sparkles, that means that that's the one that lets you into the park. You know what I mean? And then that would probably be more expensive than the original partner statue, because nobody will care, because it doesn't give you anything. This one will let you into the park or let you on a ride or give you a fast pass or do anything. If it does anything, I think it's going to give you more value. It's people want that, to say that's the flex. I have this and I can do this. That's the flex.
That's why you have to buy what you like, because there's no guarantees in the future. And if you're buying something strictly on speculation, it's okay. Like I was talking earlier about the bat light, right? Like it's okay if you understand that it may never come to fruition. Like I know I'm speculating, but I don't mind spending $18 assuming it can go to zero. I don't mind that. But if I'm buying something I'm heavily invested purely on speculation, just remember that in the future, you might actually have more attractive items that will trump all your FAs and current grails. Just because of the access and utility that is possible in both the Veveverse as well as physical world. Maybe. Again, that's also speculation, but it's a risk. It's a real risk. We've already seen it happen right now with the Veve logo. Veve logo came after the fact, and it took away liquidity from some of the other grails because that logo had promised utility, and utility will eventually, I think, be king. Let us know your thoughts below. We would love to hear from. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
So just one more thing to hint on that. I mean, adjusting current collectibles is also not something that Veve tends to do very often. I mean, the bad light, I think, might have been a really quick fix for them. They might have been able to do that simply, and they felt the community lashing on that. So maybe that's why they did that one. But we all know of some dinosaurs that do some roaring and no sounds come out, and they have not decided to do anything with that. I mean, I feel like everything is moving forward, looking forward in the forward direction. Anything in the past is what it is. That's just the vibe I get. I mean, if it comes, great. I mean, the most I can see it being is like token gating in the Veveverse at most. But I think all future utilities and stuff like that, there's going to be other negotiations. These IPs are going to want bigger pieces of the pie, and that's going to all have to be accounted for. I want to know what you guys think. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know below. We'd love to hear more from you guys because you guys have great ideas. We love interacting with you guys. So definitely drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Do you see yourself ever selling your FAs to get better utility items? Or do you think that you will hold your FAs no matter what and just add more money to get those items? Let us know below. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. Join the Superstar fam and hit the bell notification button so you get every single video every single day. We are almost there. 365. Here we come. I love it because on Twitter, I can't remember who commented, but I think it was Alex in Crypto that commented that about how we will hit 365. We will hit with pure confidence. He has pure confidence because he knows consistency, reliability. You got it, Superstar Money. Also, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Thank you to all our supporters. We appreciate you so much. Get the star beside your name. Get access to our drop spreadsheet, our market cap analysis spreadsheet, our market floor sweeping spreadsheet, first dibs on merch, for chance to get advertisements, you name it. We want to bring as much utility as possible to the VIP membership. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.